Hi, it's Anya Jamie Carter here. You can call me Anya or AG. It's video number 2 after I was plunged into the cold water by Ali Abdaal last week. I'm glad he's done it, to be honest, because I would still be fuffing about whether to do a YouTube channel or not. And here we are. I had to record that very first video live on Eric Partaker's Zoom call last week and upload it. And was it scary? Yes, it was extremely scary. I was so out of my comfort zone. I've been thinking a lot about why was it so difficult? Why didn't I prioritize it? Why didn't I say, I'm just going to go on YouTube and do it just like now, press record and here I am. And I think it's a little thing called perfectionism. Almost everybody has it, and we think we have to look perfect, we have to sound perfect, we think we have to have everything figured out, and we don't. And Ali said the first 10 videos, you just need to kind of like go on camera, talk about something, get comfortable with the camera. Now, I'm fortunate that I already feel comfortable in front of the camera. I guess I've done a couple of online courses, I've spoken on stage, so I don't mind talking to you through this media. However, kind of like coming up with a concept and recording videos, publishing them onto YouTube for everybody to see is a different kettle of fish. And I thought I have to be perfect, and I don't. Nobody's perfect. One thing I have to think about, though, is what do I actually want to talk about? And I had a little idea. I'm gonna switch to my iPad, so it's a little bit better to see. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with the concept of the 3 main life domains. It's quite a unique concept. Well, not unique. A lot of people are using it. But for example, Eric Partaker in the Peak Performance program I'm currently doing, he's centering all of his productivity and anti-fragility modules around those 3 life domains, and it really hits home. So the first one is health. I'm not very good in drawing circles, but bear with me. The next one is wealth. And the last one is relationships. So those are our 3 life domains, and they're really important. If you have all of them in balance, I would say that's a pretty happy life. So that little sweet spot here is the one I want to talk about. And it's midlife. I'm a big midlife champion. As I said in my very first video, I'm so sick and tired of the doom and gloom narratives about midlife. A midlife crisis, complete BS. It's the best time we have. You've got all the wisdom, you've got the youth, you've got everything still ahead of you, and there's just so much to explore and to do, and there's so much dormant potential to unleash. So my mission is to empower, and I know empower is a big word, but I quite like it, is to empower midlife professionals who feel stuck in their career or personal life. I do this through my work already. So I run a personal branding agency where we help midlife professionals to kind of like pivot their own personal brand. I still run a corporate branding agency as well. And I'm a big fan of non-traditional learning methods. And I've written a couple of books and produced a couple of online courses on the topic of language learning. So I've got kind of like a few businesses, and they're all aimed at midlife professionals, to be honest, because midlife just rocks. Midlife just rocks, and that's what I want to talk about here on my YouTube channel. So in terms of health, obviously key category. Not sure about you, but I want to be 120, but only if I'm kind of vaguely healthy. So it's all about extending your health span versus your lifespan. So you really have to do something in your 40s and 50s so you can have a happy and healthy life in your 60s, 70s, 80s, and so on. So there are quite a few topics I would like to discuss on that channel. And if you want to find out what they are, please subscribe. First videos hopefully coming next week on that very subject. Next one is wealth. And with wealth, there are various subcategories. One is obviously career. You know, not sure about you, but I know a lot of people, you finish school, you either do an apprenticeship or you go to university, you start your first job, and before you know it, you're on this career trajectory and a path you may not necessarily wanted to be on. But you know, you earn some money, you get promoted, but you never stop and think, is this actually where I want to be? And quite often you feel like, oh, my 40s, it's too late now. I might as well continue. BS. Bear in mind, in your 40s, you're not even halfway through your career, so you can change. And sometimes that doesn't need to be a radical change. You can actually pivot. I also want to show how easy it is to kind of like learn new skills, even in midlife, and forget about traditional schooling methods. There are many other kind of like techniques we can use, and I want to talk about this. Wealth also means like we have to prepare financially for the future. So if you want to have a fulfilled life in your 60s, 70s, 80s, and so on, you obviously need to have a little bit of money kind of like saved, and you need to be clever with your investments. So I'm going to touch briefly on those topics as well, because I think they're really, really important, especially at midlife. And last but not least, relationships. And in midlife, you find all sorts of scenarios. I just need to look at my circle of friends. You've got kind of like happily married with kids, to happily divorced with children, to single by choice, a single not by choice. You've got everything. But in relationship, we're not just looking at kind of like, you know, our relationship with others, but also with yourself. I know a lot of midlifers who do not take care of themselves, and self-care should be our number one priority to actually really rock that midlife thing. So those are the three kind of like life domains and subjects I really want to talk about. So if this is of interest to you, then please hit the subscribe button, and hopefully next week's video is going to be a little bit more informative already. So I was thinking about what content do I actually like. I'm just going to move this along. So if I'm not sure if you're kind of like familiar with Ali Abdaal's YouTube channel, but I love it. I mean, he's a lot younger than me, but I love the style. It's infotainment. He's giving kind of like 10 to 15 minute videos, a lot of information, a lot of kind of like infographics. You learn a lot, but it's very entertaining as well. Really, really like that. So infotainment is something I definitely would love to do, kind of like once a week, kind of like a 10 to 15 minute video on the subject of the three life domains I discussed kind of like a couple of minutes ago. Now, I personally really like, I don't know if you know Casey Neistat, I think he's called. Like, he's got a really wacky vlog style, or even Nathaniel Drew, beautiful, kind of like almost poetic, kind of like vlog style videos. So I was thinking maybe not every week, but ever so often, I might take you along on my own personal journey, what I do in midlife, and just make it a little bit more entertaining. But as I said, this will be once a week, this kind of like maybe every couple of weeks, I would say. And then I really like long form podcast videos, Diary of the CEO or Professor Andrew Huberman. So that's something kind of like in the future I would love to do. I would love to invite some midlifers who actually really are on top of their game, who are rocking midlife, and interview them and maybe publish that on my YouTube channel. But that's for the later stage. So for now, I'm going to focus on that, and hopefully the next video will be a little bit earlier than a week from now. That's the plan, at least. So again, if those are topics you're interested in, if you're a fellow midlife and you're also kind of like, you're done with the doom and gloom narrative and you just want to rock midlife, then please subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you.